Good morning, everybody. This is Christy. I am the Intimate Warrior. I thank you so much for stopping by. And as always, I send you love. And so today I want to talk about cutting cords. I have been talking about this a lot for the past couple of days with other individuals. And so I thought I'd go ahead and make this video because I don't believe I really have. I have mentioned the silver cord, or cords that are connecting us spiritually. Again, in terms of a silver cord that will connect us with Source itself, but never cords that connect us with individuals. So if you are unaware, we have cords, just like we have an umbilical cord attached to our mother. When we are in the womb, that cord is eventually cut, but there is still an energetic cord that attaches us to our mom, to our father, to our family, our brothers and sisters, and anybody who comes into our life that we are either continuously around or has made a huge impact in our life. So we can still create, a cord is still created when someone comes, even in passing. It's quite possible because that individual has made a huge impact on you for some reason. You may not understand it, but there could be an attachment. Now, for the most part, these cords are supposed to really help us. Supposed to. We get into it not assisting us in our life when there are a lot of negative emotions attached. Thusly, this is why it's called an attachment. People who seem to have a lot of control over you, if you often find yourself always thinking about someone, and it's bringing you down, weighing you down, making you sad and depressed, angry. This is a form of a negative attachment. Not because the individual was a bad person. Negative meaning it's taking something away from you. It's draining you. This could be, of course, in relationship to your parents. It could be, of course, in relationship to your children. It could be in relationship to coworkers, anything. In life, we are supposed to learn how to have strong relationships that lift us, so that the energy we give and the energy that we are receiving are both full of strength and power. When others have a control mechanism over you, are able to manipulate you more easily, it is because there's an attachment of negativity for some reason or another. Your energy is continuously being robbed because you're using negative energy to associate with an individual. So how can we get past this? It's cutting the cord. Cutting the cords. Get yourself grounded. And you can envision yourself with a pair of scissors, whatever it is, and cutting this cord, an invisible cord. Cut the cord. When we cut cords, this is not about letting go of people. This is not about not being around or associating with these people. You can cut cords and still go to the same job and deal with an individual. This just means now that this individual no longer has a negative effect over you. Now, this is still a time process that just because you are cutting a cord today. It doesn't mean tomorrow there's not going to be a negative emotion or a heavy weight upon you. It is still a process of allowing the process to take place. Because you have already been so trained into being controlled, being manipulated, being weighed down continuously, that it's going to take time for that process to be removed. But until you can learn or envision yourself cutting these cords, that process can't even take place. I am still in a process of cutting cords, and I have been in this process for a long time. And this is a process that will continuously come up in your healing process, your awakening process. Because we'll get to a point in our growth that even the ones that we found beneficial or healthy back then will no longer be serving you in your future. Every time you grow, we have to cut something loose. So it's okay for us to continuously cut cords. And we will never know until we move forward, we heal from a situation, we understand something, and realize, okay, this has been a negative attachment on my life that I am just now realizing. And I no longer want this because I want to grow. And it doesn't mean I'm not going to continuously love this person. It just means now I'm not going to feel guilty. I am not going to feel upset. I'm not going to feel anxious. I'm not going to become depressed. You know, a lot of times when we have relationships, whether friendships or whatever, and you might be speaking of your heart, for example, saying, you know, I think this, you know, whatever the situation is, and you've expressed yourself in a very loving way. But still, the other person may take that information in it as an insult. Because, of course, the other individual, your friend, is learning the process of healing. And they may hold that against you and decide to not talk to you for a long time. And you, being a good person, you're like, well, I wonder what they're doing. I wonder if they're okay. I don't want them to be upset with me anymore. You're beginning the process of kind of like doubting yourself. I'm going to go back. I'm going to apologize. You know, one, it's okay to apologize for hurting someone's feelings. You didn't mean to cause harm to another person based upon what they were feeling, but you're not apologizing for the expression of love. Of course, if you feel the need to apologize, do so, and it will always benefit you. But learn in your process when it is necessary to do so, and when it is necessary for you to stand your ground. You're saying goodbye to being controlled. You're saying goodbye to somebody's emotions and their choices in life weighing you down. You can still have associations. You can still go to functions. You can still love, do all kinds of things. But now that the cord is cut, you are two separate people now, instead of two people sharing the same energy. I hope that makes sense. So when you learn who is good for you in your life, who has brought you down in your life, and you begin the process of letting go, You have to envision cutting that cord. Get yourself grounded, connected to the earth, and cut away what no longer serves you. Your energy is still being given in the form of love when you want to give it, and not any other time. This is Christy. Much love, health, and healing your way. I am bringing purpose to your life. Take care.